Aquarius November 2016 Horoscope Love Money Career. Normally November is the most professionally focused month of any year, with the Sun always spending the first 3 weeks of November in your career sector. However, while that is still the case, rather than getting things started, the Sun is here to wrap things up, with the most professionally focused months of the year already behind you and acting as a massive tailwind. With Mercury in your career sector until the 13th November, you'll have your head in the game, able to make the professional choices, decisions and plans that need to be made. But once the Sun leaves on the 22nd November, the professional gods will wrap up for the year, at a point where they're usually just getting started. They're not abandoning you, for having been on the job since early March and having not only gained enough short-term momentum, but with time to let things settle and play out before next year's major professional developments. This is giving you a chance to end the year in a less unhurried way, or so you think. Yes, a social focus that normally kicks in later in the month is in play from the get-go, and you will find it hard to get motivated about anything in the early days of the month. But Mars' return to Aquarius on the 9th November is a game changer, giving you a massive jump on 2017 and both your new calendar and solar years. A lack of motivation is coming from the fact that the final weeks of a 2-year Mars cycle will always have you running on empty. That all changes on the 9th November, with your energy, passions and fighting spirit kicking in with a vengeance, and whether you channel this into your professional game or more personal quests, it will be time to throw yourself into the things that excite you and allow you to follow your passions. Aquarius November 2016 Love Horoscope. Apart from the Moon's visits to your romantic sector from the 15th November to the 17th November and to your relationship sector from the 19th November to the 21st November, there is not a lot of focus on either this month, as is normally the case at this time of year. While this creates some important pockets for making matters of the heart and your relationships a priority, this leaves just one love god on the field, with where she leads determining how the month will play out. That love god is Venus, planet of love, and while the rest of the love and relationship gods might desert you at different times of the year, she will always be somewhere, and this month she is dividing her time between a serendipitous and nostalgic part of your chart. These couldn't be any more different if they tried, with one all about being out there in order to make it easier for fate to find you, while the other is more about time to reflect and navel gaze. Until leaving a social and serendipitous part of your chart on the 12th November, Venus will keep the laws of attraction and synchronicity in effect, with following your heart and your hunch is more likely to put you in the right place at the right time than at any other point in the year. While serendipitous moments and/or encounters are a lot more likely in the first 12 days of the month, what is helping you is a bold new sense of daring that is giving you the courage to take some blind leaps of faith. That will be especially so in Venus' final days and between the 9th November and the 12th November. It's on the 12th November that Venus will return to a nostalgic part of your chart, where until early next month she'll take your heart on a nostalgic trip down love's memory lane. Aquarius November 2016 Money Horoscope. There is a return to the status quo this month and to a new normal, with a truce now declared between income and financial forces. One that will ensure the financial tensions and challenges of recent months don't follow you through, but the benefits will. It was Jupiter's departure from your financial sector in early September that saw most of the financial tension dial back, but it only really scaled back when Venus left a month later. With the North Node staying on to keep the financial momentum going, Jupiter having created so much untapped potential and Mercury having left you with a smart head for money, there is every reason for financial confidence moving forward. This leaves you free to focus on income matters, which are not only coming up from under the shadow of dominant financial forces, but are starting to turn the financial tensions and pressures of the previous 16 months into motivation. While Chiron won't turn direct in your income sector until next month, Neptune's direct turn on the 20th November means there is an opportunity for a turnaround this month. especially as the tide turns during the Sun's final days in your career sector. It was a parade of planets moving through your career sector that has thrown your income confidence a lifeline throughout much of the year, but it has only been since early last month that they were able to operate on a level footing. The Sun will continue to explore new professional opportunities until the 22nd November, while Neptune will continue to hold the doors open to the past, second chances and untapped potential on the income front until the 20th November. With Mars returning next month, once the tide turns on the income front, the conditions will continue to improve, with more than enough professional momentum gained over the course of the year. Aquarius November 2016 Career Horoscope. That the focus is on your career and professional situation, matters and options at this time of year is the norm, with the Sun always spending the first 3 weeks of November in your career sector. However, what isn't the norm is for the professional gods to be tying up loose ends and bringing things home, rather than just getting things started. Normally it's the Sun's return that kicks this off for the year, and last year, with Venus not leaving until the 30th December, you had until the rest of the year to bring things home. It was Mars' return in the early days of the year that kicked off his longest visit in over 2 decades. One that didn't run its course until early August, and with Venus having already been and gone, all your cards were on the table long before the Sun even got here. When Venus left your career sector last month, she had spent weeks capitalizing on all that Mars had already achieved, and knowing the Sun was returning just 5 days after her departure, she knew that she could focus on the what, knowing that the Sun and Mercury could focus on the when, where and how, as they brought things home. That is exactly what they're doing as you move into the new month. Until Mercury leaves your career sector on the 13th November, he's giving you the intellectually savvy edge needed to keep your head in the game and make the choices, decisions and plans that will take everything you've experienced this year and turn it into a game plan. Until leaving on the 22nd November, the Sun will keep the solar spotlight on your career and professional situation, matters and options until the very last month, making sure nothing has been overlooked and no stone has been left unturned. Like preparing to leave your home to go away on holiday, the Sun needs to know that everything is set up for ongoing momentum and you are where you need to be. Work matters will get their chance between the 17th November and 19th November, while your professional instincts will be especially sharp in the early and later days of the month. Decan 1 Aquarius November 2016. You may start to feel less optimistic as this month goes on. The bountiful Jupiter transit you enjoyed last month is being replaced early November 2016 by more irritating ones. Not to worry, because friendlier condition returns soon after to see you through till the end of the month. Sun square your Decan from October 22nd to November 2nd can represent a crisis in confidence because of challenges from events or from other people, most often from men or bosses, and teachers etc. Your ego is on the line, coming under pressure from others through arguments or challenges to your authority. This is not the time to push ahead but to hold on to what you have. A defensive approach is the best one now. The October 30th new moon maintains the pressure of your challenging solar transit until the November 29th new moon. While a new time generally signals the time for new beginnings, you should remain conservative and stick to basics. Any new goals are best undertaken from October 30th to the November 14th full moon. Access to your higher mind will lead to spiritual enlightenment and hope about the future. You could make a new start in a spiritual direction in any area of life, from following your true calling to meeting your soul mate. Mars in your Decan from November 8th to 23 gives a tremendous increase in ego drive. You should feel a strong urge to get what you want regardless of what other people may think. You are much more self-assertive than usual, and this could cause arguments or conflict with others because of your desire to win at all costs. Physical activity is especially favored, so competing hard to win in team or individual contests is ideal to express this fiery energy. Mercury sextile your Decan from November 12th to 19 brings good news and positive thinking. It increases your creative thought and mental activity, energizing all communications and interactions with other people. This will be a very busy period, but these interactions are beneficial as you can project yourself strongly and clearly without upsetting anyone. Write down your thoughts in a diary or on the internet, renew old friendships or apply for a new job. Mercury sextile Mars from November 13 to 18 speeds up your mind and reflexes. You will feel driven to succeed at something with your strong sense of purpose and initiative. You can achieve a lot of work in a short amount of time, with the courage and fighting spirit to take on just about anything. Socializing and your love life will benefit from extra charisma and intellectual attractiveness. This would be a good time to pop the question or ask someone out on a date. Sun sextile your Decan from November 21 to December 2 gives power of personal expression, which helps in self-promotion and the achievement of goals. You should be feeling confident, proud and enthusiastic. This is an excellent time to make real progress with the things in life that mean a lot to you: work, relationships and longer-term goals. The November 29th new moon extends your nice sun transit for 28 days until the December 29th new moon. The waxing moon phase or first 2 weeks is best for starting new projects. This is from November 29th to the December 13th full moon. This is a great time for setting and working hard on your goals, especially at work or on projects that promote your public image and improve your self-esteem. Decan to Aquarius November 2016. As promised last month, the good conditions keep rolling on through November 2016. The few harsh transits you do face are no match for the big planets Jupiter and Saturn teaming up to bring you success and happiness. Saturn sextile your Decan this year is a time for steady progress toward your longer-term goals. This stabilizing influence will lessen the extremes often associated with the Pluto transit above. You will find yourself taking a more responsible attitude to all your affairs, from work, to partners and your family. You may be called on to fulfill important duties or take on a leadership role. Jupiter trine your Decan from October 23 to December 26 is a time of good feelings and well-being. This is the perfect time to make the effort to get ahead while there is less likelihood of facing opposition or challenges. Your personal relationships can be enriched by your positive attitude and sociability, as can your own personal growth and self-esteem. Lady Luck is on your side. Jupiter sextile Saturn from November 12 until early 2017 is a time of cautious expansion. Some opportunities for growth are likely to be on offer and you can rely on sound judgment skills to only choose those opportunities that are right for you. These opportunities may be in your career, through investment or business deals, or in your personal life as major material possessions or relationship choices. Venus sextile your Decan from October 25 to November 4 increases your opportunities with love and money. You should be feeling keen to show your love and affection for someone special. In social situations you can make a genuine effort to please and to share your warm feelings. You have especially good social skills now, so making new friends is favored as people appreciate your friendly attitude and pleasantness. Entertainment, leisure, dating and financial matters are favored. Mercury square your Decan from October 30 to November 6 can bring negative thoughts and harsh words. It is important to remember that you will be seeing the worst in everything and everyone. Poor instincts and a lack of judgment mean you will be misreading people and situations. Important meetings, negotiations and decisions should be scheduled for later in the month. Seek professional advice if you need to sign a contract. Sun square your Decan from November 1 to 12 can represent a crisis in confidence because of challenges from events or from other people, most often from men or bosses, and teachers etc. Your ego is on the line, coming under pressure from others through arguments or challenges to your authority. This is not the time to push ahead but to hold on to what you have. A defensive approach is the best one now. Mercury sextile your Decan from November 18th to 26 brings good news and positive thinking. It increases your creative thought and mental activity, energizing all communications and interactions with other people. This will be a very busy period, but these interactions are beneficial as you can project yourself strongly and clearly without upsetting anyone. Write down your thoughts in a diary or on the internet, renew old friendships or apply for a new job. Mercury sextile Jupiter from November 21st to 25 favors thinking about and planning your future. A broad outlook and excellent decision-making skills allows you to clearly visualize the preferred path ahead. Making friends comes easier as others find you more approachable and friendly. This is an ideal time for debating, negotiating better deals, and signing business contracts. Mercury conjunct Saturn at the same time brings critical thinking which needs to be applied to serious or challenging mental work. This is a good time for things requiring sustained concentration, patience and sound judgment. Business dealings and paperwork are favored. A common-sense approach, attention to detail and long-term outlook make this an ideal time for setting long-term plans. Read back over Jupiter sextile Saturn and apply it to thinking and communications. Mars in your Decan from November 22nd to December 7th gives a tremendous increase in ego drive. You should feel a strong urge to get what you want regardless of what other people may think. You are much more self-assertive than usual, and this could cause arguments or conflict with others because of your desire to win at all costs. Physical activity is especially favored, so competing hard to win in team or individual contests is ideal to express this fiery energy. Mars trine Jupiter from November 28th to December 5th increases your desire to compete to win. Almost any action you start now will turn out to be successful. Successes in war, sport, sexual conquest and business. Use your initiative and act on your instincts. This is the right time for decisive actions, making important decisions, taking the lead and increasing your wealth. This is a particularly good time for dating and improving existing relationships. Decan 3 Aquarius November 2016. Positive change remains the main game, with some nice surprises to start and end the month. You may experience some testing moments in between, but there is nothing to get yourself worked up about. Uranus sextile your Decan from April 2016 to March 2019 lets you express yourself more fully, more in tune with who you really are. This will be liberating, and you may be pleasantly surprised by how your ego gets a lift from a new and unique personality. Gaining more freedom is likely, and air travel would be a good way to experience more of the world. Meeting new and unusual people is another theme of this transit, as is more involvement with friends and groups. Venus sextile your Decan from November 3rd to 12 increases your opportunities with love and money. You should be feeling keen to show your love and affection for someone special. In social situations you can make a genuine effort to please and to share your warm feelings. You have especially good social skills now, so making new friends is favored as people appreciate your friendly attitude and pleasantness. Entertainment, leisure, dating and financial matters are favored. Venus trine Uranus from November 3rd to 9 makes it difficult to apply yourself to boring routine, as you are easily distracted by anything new or shiny. An urge to try something new can apply to all areas of life, from hobbies to romance. Your affections will be stimulated, and new love is quite possible under this influence. If you already have a partner, then you will be seeking a different kind of pleasure. Mercury square your Decan from November 5th to 13 can bring negative thoughts and harsh words. It is important to remember that you will be seeing the worst in everything and everyone. Poor instincts and a lack of judgment mean you will be misreading people and situations. Important meetings, negotiations and decisions should be scheduled for the end of the month. Seek professional advice if you need to sign a contract. Sun square your Decan from November 11th to 22 can represent a crisis in confidence because of challenges from events or from other people, most often from men or bosses. and teachers etc. Your ego is on the line, coming under pressure from others through arguments or challenges to your authority. This is not the time to push ahead but to hold on to what you have. A defensive approach is the best one now. The November 14th full moon extends your Sun transit until the November 29th new moon. During this waning phase of the moon you should feel more sensitive than usual and seek emotional nourishment from family and intimate friends. You may need a quiet place to retreat to if the demands of the outside world get too much for you in this fortnight. Mercury sextile your Decan from November 25th to December 3rd brings good news and positive thinking. It increases your creative thought and mental activity, energizing all communications and interactions with other people. This will be a very busy period, but these interactions are beneficial as you can project yourself strongly and clearly without upsetting anyone. Write down your thoughts in a diary or on the internet, renew old friendships or apply for a new job. Mercury trine Uranus from November 25th to 27 opens up your mind to new possibilities. There may be some exciting news coming your way, or chance encounters with eccentric, or in some other way stimulating people. This transit has a very stimulating, electrifying effect on your thinking and communications. Keeping an open mind comes naturally, and this increases your chance of making new discoveries and making new friends.